Perry asked Steven to go to the gig because he was like, okay, well, if you want to see what I'm about, then you should come. So Steven then went to the gig, and that's where they would meet up with Joey Kramer and Ray Tabano, who Joey Kramer was a drummer of Aerosmith, and Ray Tabano was the guitar player who would later be replaced by Brad Whitford, who is the current guitar player for Aerosmith. So they were together for a really long time, since the late 60s. And then they just started jamming together, and Steven Tyler became the lead vocalist instead of the drummer as he was in Chain Reaction. And they started jamming together, writing songs, and their first song was actually a cover of I'm Down by the Beatles. And that's when they really realized that they would be a good band and that, all their talents work really well together. So after that, they immediately started writing songs, and in 1973, their first album, which was self-titled, it was called Aerosmith, was released, which features their hit Dream On and a couple other songs that you may know. And after that, in 1974, their second album was released, Get Your Wings, and then after that, Toys in the Attic. And it just kept going up until 1985 around, or 1982. Joe Perry left the band, so they had to find someone to replace him if they were going to keep going. So they met this guitar player, Jimmy Crespo, who played for many other bands. And he was the guitar player in replacement of Joe Perry, who had left for a while. And things weren't really looking too good for them until Run DMC made a cover of Walk This Way from their 1975 album Toys in the Attic. And that went really big. And it featured Aerosmith. And the story behind that was they were coincidentally in the same studio recording an album, and Run DMC, or Daryl from Run DMC, asked them if they would like to feature on their cover of their song. And of course they said yes. So that's when they hit it big again, and things looked a lot better for them for the future. Then in 1987, they released their album Permanent Vacation, and that was a huge hit. They went on a big world tour. Joe Perry was back in the band, so everything was going really great for them. And then after that, they released Pump in 1989, which also made it big. And then in 1993, they released Get a Grip, which had many songs, one music video featuring his daughter, who became an actress, and everything was just really good. And then in 2010, Tyler took a break from the band and became a guest judge on American Idol. And the band wasn't too happy about that, but eventually they got everything all figured out and started touring again up until this year, where they announced their farewell tour and that they will no longer be touring, which was very saddening for me because they're my favorite band and I would have loved to see them. But yeah, that's basically the story of Steven Tyler and how he got to where he is today. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.